Okay, Oval fans. Now, I mentioned this in my episode review and trailer breakdown, but unfortunately, I don't know. I don't hate Lily, but I do feel like she's been nothing more than dead weight, a damsel in distress for the past season or so. Due to the fact that, especially after the waterboarding torture session she went through in the attic, after that, she just became kind of insufferable. All she did was sit around the hotel, in that her hair, still wet and sitting around in that robe and slippers, and she didn't want to talk to anybody, and even Bobby couldn't get through to her, and she was just looking for revenge. And it got to the point of she became a liability due to the fact that she was endangering the mission. She wanted, Kyle brought to her and killed on the spot. Whereas, it kind of became a rivalry thing where, Max and Lily were kind of fighting as to, who should be able to kill Kyle. And that's not to undermine her being tortured, but in Max's defense, he took multiple rounds to the chest and was kicked through I don't know if he was kicked, but he was shot through a damn boutique store window. I think Max has the grounds to actually be the one to deal the fatal blow, not Lily. That's just me. Not to mention, his partner Yuma, in terms of being the partner in Secret Service, killed right in front of him. So yeah, again, I think Max's case for revenge is even higher. But Kyle was messing around with my husband. Again, I think Max has the priority here. So it's even more infuriating because even though it's not Lily's fault when I say this part, but her presence makes Bobby act dumb. The fact that he's Bobby, baby. He's calm, cool, and collected. But he lets his own feelings get... Well, that's the problem with a majority of these characters. They let their feelings get in the way, causing them to make grave mistakes, like Bobby leaving his post in order to go save Lily from Donald, right now. And then Max going to stop Bobby, leaving Kyle alone, making it so he gets free, and now in the next episode, his son's in danger because of that. But like I mentioned in my episode review, episode 2, not as good as episode 1. It just had characters acting dumb, leaving their positions for the sake of the story to move forward. It kind of all started in episode 1. Max should have stayed in the hospital to watch over Sam, but instead he left to make Richard the new watchman because he wanted to go back to the holding cell to get revenge on Kyle. And then Sam sent Richard away because he needed to make sure, Richard knew about the package, which was Jason. And then you have Priscilla finding out about Sam and, the fact that her and Alan were supposed to stay at Richard's house until Richard came back to, move things forward. She was so worried she decided to go to the hospital. And then, of course, when she got there, Sam was like, you shouldn't be here. You need to be at the vice president's house. So then in this last episode, you had Alan, Dale, and Kareem just fed up with sitting around fish in a barrel. So they just decided to up and leave. So now Sharon, Nancy, Richard, and a sleeping Barry are the only ones at that house. And apparently they're going to go to the vice president's place in the next episode. And as I said, Bobby leaves to go get Lily. And then, of course, Max does and Kyle's out. And it's all stems from the fact that Lily decided to go back to Donald's to, raid the safe and get money and crap when she should have just bounced. It's the fact that just like Preston at the end of Sister Season 4, she should have just left. And that would have been the end of that. No, instead she decides to go right into the hornet's nest. And now she's captured and now, that's leading to a bunch of nonsense. Because in the next episode, you got Bobby and Max, in the bushes. And it's like, there's 12 agents and 3 cops. And then Bobby's like, I want to get her out. How the hell are you going to do that? Yeah, Max and Bobby did it before, to save Lily from being tortured in the attic. But this time around, unless Tyler makes it like these guys are incompetent as stormtroopers or putties from Power Rangers, I don't really see how Bobby and Max are going to do this, because of the fact that we do see Max going to Eli to tell him about the chief of staff has his wife hostage. I'm willing to bet this happens after Max has already caught up with Bobby at, Donald's house, because it would be kind of funny to see Bobby break his way in there and get Lilly out, because remember, Donald is still high from them damn pills, which the doctor said was addictive. So it would be a funny encounter, like if Bobby knocks his ass out or something and then gets Lilly out of there. So I would really be interested to see how that plays out. But Lilly, I don't feel bad for her because she did this to herself. I mean, no, this entire scenario about, Donald having her as a trophy wife for his image because he's in the closet and things like that, I'm not saying that's her fault, but in terms of this particular scenario of going to the house, trying to get money, and then being trapped again, yeah, this was all her fault. So there you go. What do you think? And I know I'm not saying it's Lilly's fault that Bobby is going right into the Bears den again, because this is stupid. And hopefully this doesn't continue to be a trend throughout season 4, because this is what made season 3 so bad and other seasons prior, where the characters act on emotion, do stupid things, which lead to them being in situations that could have deadly consequences, and then other characters have to go in and save them, which ruins the plan that they had. Basically, if everybody stayed in their positions, taking down the administration would happen a lot sooner. But no, because one person decided I'm going to do it my way, and then they get caught up in something, then one or more other characters have to leave their position to go save the dumbass, and that makes things play out longer than they have to. So there we go. All right, so let me know your thoughts in the comments. I think Lilly is just dead weight at this point, and it's just going to lead to more trouble for Bobby in the long run. So yeah, let's talk about it in the comments section. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.